NDC ni mapa ye friend Dr. Tony Edu. Dr. Tony Edu. Na waba bontin ababegu John Dramani Mahama ni mu ase o say John Dramani Mahama NDC aban mu o kan sembi mu so mo fa nye adwuma but o mentie no o ma nya so ntie no no kan sembi brain so efa abato na eba abekọ no ene Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na na do danko akofo do mamu no sembi brain no de atudwa no John Dramani Mahama no ene NDC fo no onankasa ne nkofo no mo yi adwuma no o say o de nsembi mu ebe de tu o menim se nka momfa saa kwan wo su na nka mboa o man no o wanye John Dramani Mahama na ban mu no anase NDC fo mamu no o manye o bantie no nti onankasa NDC ni mapa wo na waba abontin ababeto nsemu nyina de gu Ghana fo enim se yenti nti waba abontin ababe expose John Dramani Mahama ni NDC fo pa awa abontin waba be expose yo mo pa se nsemu mu ho no ma o ka se o monye so manye nti we na Dr. Tony Edu NDC ni prominent member na waba abontin ababe gu John Dramani Mahama ni mu ase ene the entire NDC fo ni mu ase do fo wo man ko ni nkoja asem nchi mu ne ba de aka ni na so so.
You claim to be a friend of private sector. Private sector, the engine of growth and that kind of thing. I've always said that kind of jargon, we better stop. We are a developing country. There are so many virgin areas of an economy that private sector will not go because the returns take a long time. So it is up to the government to take the responsibility of investing there. We are a country blessed with natural resources. Agriculture should be our basic foundation. When in Nkrumah, in the 60s, and I saw Nkrumah's government because I was, even though young, I could understand, established the state farms. It was not only for food production, but also for employment generation. Nkrumah did so many things that pointed the way to real development for Ghana. Subsequent politicians have destroyed it.
When you say subsequent politicians, one will come to the conclusion that you, Dr. Tony Edu, you've been at the forefront of our politics and governance, for which you have been part of the J.J. Rawlings administration as well as Professor Mills and that of Mahama. What do you think has gone wrong for which you could not lay the foundation on what you are saying right now for the next government to come and continue?
Because even the governments I supported never listened that the state or the government has business to do business. Governments manage our education system, our health system, our transport system. Is there any reason why government cannot manage industrial outlets? What is wrong with the government establishing a business and hiring private management on pay, on results basis? What is wrong? I've always been campaigning for this within all the governments have said.
Including the one, including John Dramani
as a policy coordinator, I suggested it. I suggested the establishment of peri-urban agricultural homesteads, where there's viral, strong young men working our streets can engage in mechanized agriculture, selling cheaper food because it's peri-urban to urban areas, bringing down food prices. It makes sense. But nobody listens. So subsequent politicians abandon what Nkrumah set out to do.
So I can deduce from what Dr. Tony Edu is saying to mean that even John Dramani Mahama did not listen to your advice on the way to go. What is the probability
Mahama only had 4 years.
Well, but we can still deduce that You said the government you supported did not listen to your advice on what you think is better for our nation, which pretty much shows that when he should come back, what is the likelihood that he will listen to this advice that you proposing?
Well, part of it has been incorporated into the manifesto in terms of establishment of district agricultural mechanization centers, where farmers can use machinery that the government will import, even as though it's a far cry from what I was suggesting. It is a step towards that direction. What is needed is that the government can adopt the PPP method, private-public partnership, where you rent land from a landlord, where you have the farm workers who are private and the government that is providing the capital. And each will share in the harvest on the basis of their calculated contribution, land, labor, and capital. It's simple. The same way private capital operates, the government can operate. But the difference is that the government is going into areas where private capital doesn't want to go. This is a developing country, for God's sake. You can employ agro-industry within the farming homesteads. Artisanal workshops can be developed. Israel tried in the kibbutz system. That is what socialism is about. That's why we are socialists.
In the event that John Dramani Mahama does not
each other's. Hello.
Doc, meet you.
We are each brother's keeper. The state has the prime responsibility for creating jobs in an underdeveloped country, not the private capital. Look at the foreign investment that comes into the country. Where do they go? They go into our extractive industries. Gold, no more with Tuako. Bauxite, no more with Tuako. Never in agriculture, large-scale agriculture. You travel from Abidjan to Yamoussoukro, left and right, huge agricultural plantations in plantain. Along the road, corn on a large scale. The same thing if you travel from Kampala to Entebbe, left and right. Ugandans are feeding themselves with large-scale agriculture. And yet, when you travel from Tema to Accra, what you see is concrete castles, left and right, concrete castles.
Doc, about why you when now here will be winning now. Ambassador Mahama and winning about Bawumia winning or call you to come and help government. Will you accept it?
Oh, I don't think I share the same ideology with the NPP. I mean,
unity government, coercion to build our nation. Why not? I mean,
8 years of nightmare plus another 4 years. Hey. Then Ghana will disappear from the face of the earth.
What is yours?
8 years, he won't. The signs not there. If the guy is an economic whiskey, as his wife said, to the macroeconomic variables as established now, going to the work of an economic whiskey.
In a nutshell,
a destroyer.
Who should Ghanaians vote for?
Of course, I'm an NDC man, and I think Ghanaians should vote for Bawumia if they think he has done well, but there is no evidence of his doing well. So the obvious choice is John Mahama. He laid the foundations, and he will continue to lay the foundations till we reset the economy.
Thank you very much for your time, sir. And I'm privileged to have you interviewed.
Thank you very much for having me.
Dr. Tony Edu is one of the people that me akola na metie no and my interview no. I think one of the things I've done in media I am a day is my interview Dr. Tony Edu. Yeah.
Dr. Mami yam shim baby.
Adey.
Said you kai ubusa ne say nti hwan ne yentoma no no.
Adey.
Who said you osi bi kai say we NDC man.
Now
Dr. Bawumia di no afena mfo nato. I said no can be see asem.
We are smart communicator. Na utumu say akwa because ohini bokuru.
Odo fomu nyina motin se me course no o say na me adoma obia nkoto aba ema Dr. Mahama Bawumia se ye hwe se wabo edumaden dia yenkoto aba ne man na o sha Dr. Mahama Bawumia de wambo eduma yi ente no obia nkoto aba ema John Dramani Mahama NDC ni mapa na waba abontin edi inimguase kese edi akọ ama onanse ni party no se omomu efutuo bi so mo fanye ejuma ba John Dramani Mahama wuntie and when inimguase kese a NDC ni mapa Dr. Tony Edu waba abontin edi ababegu John Dramani Mahama edi the entire NDC party ni mo asorofo aha na mede mo nya besi o Akroma TV so akram